Don't do what our good brother Smokey did, Shaq. He got caught before salsa bunnies. He got a polygynous salsa bunny situation. Shaq O'Neal got a polygynous snow bunny situation. I said, you got one time to come to this institution smelling like marijuana and ass, and I'm gonna put your ass in the book of Negroes. Oh yes. Nothing is worse than a funky ass Negro smelling like marijuana. Weed and funk. Weed and funk. That's the worst combination. Lord have mercy. I'm standing with Smokey Robinson, brothers and sisters. I'm standing with Smokey Robinson, brother. Oh, yes. I'm standing with Smokey Robinson, brothers and sisters. How dare these damn salsa bunnies? How dare these damn salsa bunnies accuse the 85-year-old man? How can an 85-year-old man? How can an 85-year-old man assault 4 salsa bunnies? How can an 85-year-old man assault 4 salsa bunnies at the same time? Brothers and sisters, it's getting ridiculous. Brothers and sisters, it is. How can an 85-year-old man hold down 4 salsa bunnies at the same time? This is getting ridiculous. One of the salsa bunnies, I told y'all to leave that salsa alone. One of the salsa bunnies said, Uncle Smokey. One of the salsa bunnies said, Uncle Smokey assaulted me 23 times. Lord have mercy. How could he assault you 20? What woman comes back a second time? What woman comes back a third time? What woman comes back a 4th time? What woman comes back a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You came back 22 times after the initial. You came back 22 times after the initial. You came back 22 times. That was not sex assault. That was a relationship. That was not sex assault. That was a relationship. That was not sex assault. You were in a relationship. He was clapping burrito bunny cheeks. He was clapping salsa bunny cheeks. He was clapping brown bunny cheeks. And somewhere along the line, you got upset. Maybe you thought he was going to leave his wife. Maybe you thought he was going to give you some money, a house. I don't know if Uncle Smokey made you a promise. I don't know if Uncle Smokey made you a promise. I don't know if Uncle Smokey made you a promise, young salsa bunny, but ain't no way you was assaulted and came back 22 more times in the blue room. Uncle Smokey got a little freak in him. He got a special blue room. Uncle Smokey got a blue room. I think Puffy got a white room. What's up with these colored rooms? What's up with these colored rooms, my brothers and sisters? Why do you need a special colored room in order to clap cheeks? Somebody help me. I don't need no special colored room for Cinnabons and peach cobbler. Oh no, I don't need no room. I don't need no special rooms. When it's time for Cinnabons and blueberry cobbler, when it's time for Cinnabons and peach cobbler, when it's time for Cinnabons and apple cobbler, I don't care what color. I'm just kidding, brothers and sisters. I'm just being funny, brothers and sisters. Y'all worrying about the color of the room. Damn the room. Cinnabonanza. Let's have a Cinnabonanza. You got the buns, I got the ice cream. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. You got the Cinnabons, I'm bringing the ice cream. Let's have fun. You got the peach cobbler and the buns. But we're going to have to seriously do something about this snow bunny crisis. We're going to have to seriously do something about this snow bunny crisis. It's getting ridiculous, brothers and sisters. Make sure you hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Make sure you hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. They done came for an 85-year-old man and accused him of 4 snow bunnies. I want to send a message out to Big Shaq. I want to send a message out to Big Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. I heard you got 4 snow bunnies. Shaquille, please get an NDA, my brother. Shaq O'Neal, the big Aristotle, the big stepping fetcher, Uncle Shaq, get you a NDA. I think Shaq is smart enough. Shaq got too much money. I think Shaq got those 4 snow bunnies under NDA. I think Uncle Shaq got those 4 snow bunnies under NDA. Don't do it. Our good brother Smokey did, Shaq. He got caught with 4 salsa bunnies. He got a polygynous salsa bunny situation. Shaq O'Neal got a polygynous snow bunny situation. Smokey Robinson got a polygynous salsa bunny situation. Uncle Shaq O'Neal got a polygynous snow bunny situation. Make sure you get an NDA. Make sure you get an NDA. You said Shaq is the big Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. You said Shaquille O'Neal and Clarence Thomas look like they could be brothers. Shaq ain't as bad as Clarence Thomas. Shaq be cooning. Oh, Shaq definitely be cooning. Shaq definitely be cooning, but he not as bad as Clarence Thomas. They might be brothers, cousins, I don't know. But Shaq, make sure you get you an NDA. I'm trying to figure out how we don't want 1 black woman, but we got 4 snow bunnies. We don't want 1 black woman, we got 4 salsa bunnies. This is crazy. This is crazy. We got polygynous salsa bunnies, polygynous snow bunnies. This is getting ridiculous. Somebody gonna pop up with a polygynous rice bunny situation. Somebody gonna pop up with a polygynous rice bunny situation, and somebody gonna pop up with a polygynous sand bunny situation. Black men do not date white women out of rebellion. Somebody pulling up on King Kong. Let's see who this is. Dr. Umar in the flesh. How we doing, young blood? Good to see you, man. This is the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy we working on right here. That's going to be the school for the children. What's up? This is where it's going to be. If all goes well, we're going to have a grand opening at the end of the summer, young blood. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Born and raised in Philly, but this is going to be the new home, and this is where the school is. So just swing around. We're going to be here. All right, King. Yes, sir. Be safe. All right, all right, all right. Can we stop using the word black and African American? First of all, I'm an African. That's number 1. I'm an African. If anything, American African. I was born in America, but I'm an African. American African. You understand? I'm not going to stop saying black because I think black is the most beautiful color in the universe. I think black is the most powerful color in the universe. Black soil. The black skin of the black queen, the black womb that gives birth to beautiful black babies. I will never stop using black. Now, if you got issues with being black, so be it. What do you want to call yourself, white? What do you want to call yourself, white? No, you don't want to call yourself black. You want to call yourself a white man's word like indigenous. You don't want to call yourself black. You want to call yourself a white man's word like aboriginal. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, Negro. Black is beautiful. Black is awesome. I have no problem with blackness because the light comes from the dark. You can't have light without darkness, brothers and sisters. God is black. The universe is black. Melanin is black. Carbon is black. I don't have no problem with the word black. I know some of you Negroes is like to intellectually masturbate the white man's vocabulary. That's your business. You want to intellectually masturbate the white man's vocabulary? That's your business. No, none of the white man's words apply to us. None of the white man's words can properly define African people, so I'm not going to go back and forth over the white man's words. Teach me an African language. I'm not going to go back and forth with you over the white man's words. Teach me an African language. Can we smoke? If you come to FDMG smelling like weed and funk, if you come to FDMG smelling like weed and musty underarms, if you come to FDMG smelling like weed and funky cat, you got one time to come to this school. You got one time to walk into this divine institution smelling like marijuana and ass, and I'm going to put you in the book of Negroes. I said you got one time to come to this institution smelling like marijuana and ass, and I'm going to put your ass in the book of Negroes. Oh, yes. Nothing is worse than a funky-ass Negro smelling like marijuana, weed and funk. Weed and funk, that's the worst combination. Lord have mercy. Sisters, you ever been on a date with a brother smelling like weed and funk? Brothers, you ever been on a date with a sister smelling like weed and stale cat? Lord have mercy. Ancestors, please relieve me. Ancestors, please. Sister, you gonna put some cologne on? You think I don't care if you put on Versace, Gucci, Burberry, I don't care what cologne you put on. If you smell like marijuana and funk, that cologne will not savor that flavor. I'm telling you right now. If you smelling like marijuana and musty underarm, I don't care what cologne you use, my brother, you will not liberate yourself from the stench. Good? All right. Good looking out. Probably another 2 weeks.
Next time you come down, I bring my head trimmer. We set up the gate and everything.
All right. All right. Got you. All right, bro.
Appreciate it.
No doubt. So, brothers and sisters, don't worry. I'll be pulling up the Joe button sooner or later. Piers Morgan tried to get me on the show. I'm not feeling him. Piers Morgan tried to get me on the show, sent me an email. I'm not feeling that. If you live in the United Kingdom and you got a podcast, I'll be in the United Kingdom. Where my Manchester Africans at? It looks like I'm going to be at the University of Manchester, England. It looks like I'm going to be at the University of Manchester, England, Wednesday, May the 28th. Where my Manchester Africans at? I won't see you for African Liberation Day, UK, but I will see you in Manchester 3 days later. I won't see you on African Liberation Day, my UK, United Kingdom, my English Africans, my British Africans, but you can meet me at the University of Manchester on Wednesday, May the 28th. Where are my Manchester, Wolverhampton, Luton, Bristol, and London Africans? I will see you at the University of Manchester on Wednesday, May the 28th. And then on Thursday, May the 29th, I'm at the Oxford Union for the great debate where Malcolm X stood 100 years ago. Where Malcolm X stood 100 years ago. Excuse me, Malcolm X will be 100 this year, but where Malcolm X stood a few months before he passed away, that Malcolm X debated at the Oxford Union, I have been invited, coming in the tradition of El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, will represent Malcolm X at the Oxford Union on Thursday, May the 29th, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. If you have a podcast in the UK, I have some time to do podcast interviews Wednesday before the Manchester University event. If you have a podcast in London and you want Dr. Umar on your podcast in London, in England, and you want Dr. Umar on your podcast in London, England,